Hi guys, welcome to a new video. Today we have a very gorgeous person sitting next to me. So I've known her for almost 2 years or 1 year?
1 year,
not
not that
now.
long in Munich.
Exactly. So yeah, I've known her for almost 1 year now, and she comes from Belarus. And let's just hear what she has to say and her experiences in Germany and what tips she can give to you.
Thanks for having me.
You're welcome.
Don't want to lie, and I would not say that Germany has always been my dream or something like that. I was very honest about that to myself as well. I wanted to leave Belarus. When I was a teen, I wanted to live somewhere else. I was a huge fan of English language, actually, not German. And I wanted to live somewhere where I would be able to speak English in my day-to-day life. And well, I at that point knew 3 options, which were, well, Great Britain, USA, or New Zealand. And well, all of them were kind of not really the best options because they would require, well, a lot of money because of high tuitions. And to go study was at that point my only option, and I started researching where I can study for, well, less money. And I found that Germany is a great place to do so, as you don't have to pay for the school. And my parents were extremely supportive, which I'm super grateful for. And they agreed to send me to study there, and prior to that they agreed to let me learn German, and I started learning German from scratch when I was 16. Managed to fully learn it till the level C1, and then I came to Germany and managed to fully forget it to level A2. And I managed to learn it back to the level of C1 right now because I had to work in German. So my journey is maybe a little bit weird because I did not really come to Germany as it is. I came to Europe and I came to people here. I love it so far, but yeah, that was not a very specific journey. I think I wouldn't say we have such a big culture shock between Belarus and Germany. I was a bit surprised with how direct Germans are because we were always told that Europeans are like so nice and smiley, American-like and everything, which is not exactly true here, but I like it a lot because, well, Belarusian mentality is also quite direct, and when we need something, well, we say that. So I was surprised when German people started calling me direct because I was trying to be as much polite as I could, and that was still too direct for them. For Germans, imagine how British people see me. I don't want to imagine. But the point is, I didn't really have much of culture shock or any kind of super experience. I think the biggest thing that annoys me a lot in Germany is that we don't really have enough trash cans outside. So Belarus is one of the cleanest countries in Europe, and we have trash cans like everywhere, like literally 1 meter, 1 meter, 1 meter. And here sometimes you go with this ice cream bag and just annoyed as hell because if you drop it by accident or not, it's 25 euros, fine. But you also don't have anywhere to put it. So that's annoying, but that's not a culture shock, it's just a shock as a person. I'm not understanding how that works. But nah, otherwise, everyone is great, everyone is nice and direct, but that's also nice. I think that's again gonna be a little bit non-specific, a bit weird story, because yet again, I do most of my choices in life based on what I don't want to do. So when it came to deciding what I'm going to be studying, it was also mainly, okay, what I cannot do and what I do not want to do. Like, I was definitely not an astrophysicist type of a person. I was also not ready to go to medical school. And I was like, okay, well, we crossed the things I don't want to do, but what can I do and what am I good at? And apparently what I'm good at is talking. So there were basically 3 options: journalism, politician, or business. And I'm from Belarus, so the first two options were quite limited. And I decided to do business. And the other reason for that was that this is a very wide option, so it would allow me for many outcomes in the future, and it would also make my life in Germany easier, as I would be able to come in the Reutlingen University, which I chose. Because to come to Reutlingen University, I had to get the approval from University of Constance, because that's a rule of Baden-Württemberg that you are supposed to be approved by the main university of the land, apparently, which checks whether you are studying in the same field as you did in your home country. So studying international business allowed me to easily check there, and it also allowed me to have exchange semesters and have my program in English as well. So I don't think it was a bad choice. I don't also think it was a very much well thought and brought from the childhood kind of decision. But no regrets so far, so how was it? After I finished the studies, there were basically two paths to go. I could have still done a master's studies because I did bachelor's in Germany, or I could have gone to work. And honestly, it was a tough choice. I didn't know what exactly I want to do. I kind of want to study more, but I also was so ready to work already. And I decided to go for trainee programs, and I was looking for different options, as trainee allows you to get some practical experience, but still you get educated a lot on the job. And I found the graduate program, which I'm currently part of, which is a full-time job, basically, with a non-limited contract, where I spent 12 months doing various side projects and, while doing my core job, I'm a salesperson, I work in business development. And on the side, I'm also learning a lot, because this is a tech company and I have zero background in tech. So I had to learn lots of the things you guys normally would study in bachelor or master, I don't know. I had to learn it on the side, and so far best experience of my 24-year life. So that might be a good choice to figure out after the university. Literally the worst person to do that. I personally, as an advisor, would say that German is very important. I learned German from the scratch, and I learned it to the maximum I could imagine, because I do think that it's a bit harder to live in the country if you don't at all speak the language. I don't think you have to speak C1 to feel comfortable. I think B1 is already good enough to feel set. But of course, if you want to have German friends, and if you want to, have like very close relationships, and if you want to have really well-paid job, probably most likely you'll need German, which I think is fine. I don't think we should be coming here and demand something different. I think it's great that there are different opportunities now as well, but yeah, German is important. I am not the best person to say that, because as I mentioned before, I learned German, I forgot German, and I learned it a lot again. But German is, I believe it's top 5 languages on the planet anyhow, so it's not bad to have in your background. And also recruiters in every country just loves this. So I work as a sales representative in business development. What I do is I'm the first point of contact with the customer. I'm the one who listens to the customer, understands what they need and what they're lacking, and basically suggests what we can do for them. I think this is the role which, will always be needed, because the solutions and products are created every day. And as much as we will need people who create these solutions and make them happen, we will need people who will be able to sell them, and who will be able to find the people that need these solutions or products. I think the potential is very huge, but I also think you must love it. This is not for everyone. I think it's the same with every profession. You should be cut for it. As I said, the only thing I know how to do is talking, and I think that kind of helps me being a good salesperson. But also you just should love it. You should be open to talking to people, you should be able to listen to them, and you should be able to enjoy the process. Otherwise, I think you can burn out easily, and we don't want it for you, right? I think what's also quite great in sales role is that you can start basically straight after the university on a quite low level, learn a lot, gain a lot of exposure and experience, and grow. And well, what I think is gorgeous, especially in sales role, is that doesn't matter if you want to stay in sales forever and grow into, I don't know, commercial director, anything. Whichever role you choose in the company, having sales background is amazing, because at the end, even if you're producing the product, you need to understand how salespeople work and how they will promote it to your customer. If you are working with customers on a less faced role, you still need to know how everything works. So this is a great start for your career. But as I said, if you like it, of course. Well, I think Corona affected everyone in a lesser or bigger way. I am working from home since actually my birthday. So my birthday party was the last thing I've seen in the world pre-Corona. And we've been working from home since 16th March and so far by January next year. So Corona affects me a lot. I'm not really a home office person. I prefer work in office. I'm a communication person. And also, yeah, I don't know, I'm just tired talking to myself. You know, currently I'm talking to camera. At home I usually talk to myself. That's really tiring. I think also what is though great is that German government really took care of that, and they really helped, especially local businesses, smaller businesses and medium as well. And I think it was amazing to see how people were coming together, how also just normal people were trying to support local services and local restaurants or bars. Doesn't matter, it was just nice to see people coming together facing this pandemic, and how it still is on, though it's been, I believe, already 6 months, which is, God, intimidating. But yeah, it's not the nicest experience, but well, we have to go through this, and I think it's gonna be fine. I would first of all suggest to read the materials on the consulate webpage. If you have ever been to Germany as a tourist, you probably know that German consulate is not the most friendliest place on earth in Belarus. However, when you're coming for studies, they are like literal sweethearts. They brought me tea. Like, I was honestly super surprised. They are very much nicer, and also they are very open to answer any of your questions. So even if you read all the papers and you still didn't find something, you can still call them and ask them questions. They will be happy to help. Pretty sure even now in pandemic they would still be pretty happy to help you. Also, there are a number of really nice websites that help students from Belarus, Russia and Ukraine to come here. They provide services, but also they just store lots of information. For example, which one of the universities are easy to come from because of the exchange programs, or because the results are going to be taken here in Germany, and which are not. And they also have lots of information on things like Constance University, for example, and why for Baden-Württemberg everything is different, or why you have to pay fee in one place or you don't have to pay fee in another. There is lots of information. There are lots of Russian-speaking students here, and trust me, it's very much manageable. It's a bit annoying, it's a lot of paperwork, but it's manageable. I think if you have a dream, do something, right? In my case, it was less of a dream, more of a plan, and it worked. I think if it's a dream, it works even easier. And I think if you already considering this, you're already on the right way. I don't think it's an easy way. I don't think it's an easy choice, especially if you don't speak German and you have to learn it from zero to hero. But it's a choice you make. Just do it.
Wow. Thanks a lot, Olga, for sharing your precious words. I'm sure they were really useful for the people out there.
Okay, so guys, if you want them to interview the person with a specific problem, with a specific background as you are, just let them know in the comment and I will make them do that for you.
So guys, if you like the video, please make sure you like, share and subscribe. And also, once again in Russian.
Да, подписывайтесь, ставьте лайки, колокольчики, делайте все, что надо. Мы с вами.
I did not get that, but so, thanks a lot guys for watching. Until next time. Ciao.
Пока-пока.
Пока.